Like some of those players on the field, they are absolute monsters.
Something is going to go wrong. Like the two of us, we're a bit stupid.
You could sit in an automatic and make it a manual.
Yeah, because you need that top afterwards. You're looking forward to that top afterwards. Welcome back to Sapphire's Unscripted. We've actually gone and done it. Finally, we tried to do it last week, Robin. We've got Vessel or Moose here as well to join us on this podcast, but we've finally done it. We've got an in-person podcast. Oh man, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, but let us just talk you through how we got to this moment.
Start with last week.
Last week, an absolute stuff up. As you guys know, for those of you that watched the podcast during the week, we tried to film last weekend, a bunch of technical issues, but we're back and we're trying it again. However, Cape Town weather, as you know, decided to shower on our parade.
The thing
So,
is, we left the house when it was nice and sunny. We drove 100 meters down the road. After an hour, we still wet while setting up.
yeah, I mean, you can see my hair's wet, my clothes are wet, half the equipment got wet. So, touch wood, we don't sit with another settings or flipping technological error because of the rain.
Something is going to go wrong. Like the two of us, we're a bit stupid. Well, especially if you take into consideration what happened last week, right? So we're just praying and hoping for the best. But people, we finally did it. If you're fans like us of the game, please do remember to hit that like and subscribe button. This video is more about just like talking a bit of shit. We're filming this right before we go into the South Africa versus Italy game. But Robin, shorts. We said we'll commit to at least one of these.
What does
let's
shorts
say,
mean?
just cheers.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll have one of these, let's say, once per month. But we're just going to chat a bit of fun when it comes to rugby. As we said, Robin's wearing the nicely branded Sapphire's Unscripted jersey there. I was going to wear mine, but it still smells like booze from last week. You know, so it's
Did
one
you
of
wash
those.
your clothes?
No, I didn't. It's just training.
Yeah, well, it's memories.
Yeah,
So
of
I don't
course.
think Divan should never wash his Sapphire's Unscripted shirt from now on. Just
Yeah.
wear it every time you draw.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, let's talk a bit of rugby before we speak about the game between South Africa and Italy, right? Because obviously we'll see if we can do a review and fit it into this podcast. But yesterday we actually saw the future of this country playing. And we saw our young Springboks, the baby Boks playing against England, the defending champions in the under-20s championship or World Cup, whatever you want to call it. They got the victory. And to build on a victory that we got last week, where we bummed Australia by about 70 points, future is looking bright. And that's only the under-20s.
Yeah, well, look, we've struggled in the Under-20 World Cup. I think the last time we won was about 13 years ago. So it's good to see that we've got some good up and coming youngsters and that they're playing in a system that suits them. I mean, you saw that game yesterday, the amount of talent on the field, like individually and obviously as a team, I think they're a good team as well, is incredible. Like some of those players on the field, they are absolute monsters.
And flair. You've got
And flair.
good balance. And that's just the thing. It's just under 20s. Because obviously after that, let's say 21, 22, 23-year-olds, you've still got Sasha, Ethan Hooker, Jorenzo Julies, whoever you want to name. They're all still there, all still available, not even close to hitting their prime yet, but they stand out players for us already. So, I mean, it's looking good. Are you backing the boys to get it done? Win the championship?
Yeah, so I think our next game is Scotland, if I'm correct. They're in our pool.
Yeah.
I saw Australia beat Scotland yesterday, so it should be a good game to get some rotation in, maybe for the, how can I say, bench players or the rest of the squad, so that we can prepare ourselves for the knockout phase. We're
Yeah.
probably going to play a New Zealand or an Ireland. I'm not too sure on the other pools. I've just been keeping track of the under-20s, but I think we can take it all the way.
Yeah, well, we certainly we're gonna back the boys to get it done. I mean, we always show the support to the main guys like the proper Springboks. We love our international rugby, but it's good to show your support to the youngsters, to the future of the country as well. But anyway, let's quickly have a little discussion, right? What we expect of tonight's game, because obviously this podcast is only going out after the game. What's the point? Do we put 50 on them? Are we too cocky? What are we going with?
Well, last week we both got it completely wrong. We said 15, 16 points. We ended up spanking the Barbarians. Okay, we understand that the Barbarians aren't as structured as
Pub
what
team.
we pub them. What?
No, it's a pub team.
It's a pub team,
Yeah.
a pub team, and a pub team.
Yeah.
Anyways, we understand that the Barbarians aren't as structured. Remember, they have like a week or two notice and then they get together and train a couple moves. So in set piece, I think it's going to be different. We're going to see an Italian team that are going to challenge us in those areas where we might have thought from last week that we're solid. This is going to be a test. It is quite a newish Italian team. Quite a few names there that I'm not familiar with. I don't know if you.
Yeah, they do have a couple of injuries as far as I know, and a couple of like rotational selections being made. But it's still a structured team. The Barbarians, they've been together for a week. Now we've got a rotational team that's more structured. They've been coached for a while by the same coach, so they've kind of been building, let's say, for the past 2 seasons under the same kind of style of play. So it will be interesting to see where it goes out. But I think the balance of the Springbok team physically will get the upper hand. The backline, if you get that going again, you're covering all the bases with the team that we have at the moment. So I'm looking forward to seeing us play. I know it's cold at Loftus, but it's not, as far as I know, I don't think it's raining or storming down or anything like that. So I want to go out there and play the proper brand of rugby that we saw last weekend. So I'm thinking we put 50 on them.
Yeah, look, I think about 30 points is reasonable.
Points margin in terms of us winning.
Yeah, points margin. I'll be happy
40
with that.
10.
Spoke about it last episode. I want to see at least 5 to 6 tries. I want to see our lineup doing well and set piece in general. But I'd like to chat about a few players. We've got a guy returning back to Loftus, for the Bulls, but he's gonna, return this week or today, for the first time in a while. And then obviously he's going to be joining the Blue Bulls. That's Andre Pollard.
Yeah.
What do you think with his inclusion in the team for this game? And do you think he's going to suit the style of play that we want to play?
Well, if you think about Andre generally, you wouldn't necessarily think he's the perfect mold for that Tony Brown system. But the thing is, like, Andre's a bit of a chameleon. Like, he suits any type of play. Like, when he came in, he was kind of the more flary guy compared to Mornay Steyn, in my opinion. So he's always had the knack. He's always been a guy that can carry hard, get the backline going. I mean, we tested him last season as an inside centre. Do you remember when we played against Australia and those type of things? So I wouldn't be surprised if he fits in. He is a must in our team sheet. You'll definitely need a guy that's cool, calm, collected when the big moments come. He is that guy, right? And I like the versatility that we have with the Sasha, Marnie, and Andre that all offer you something different. But the fact of the matter is, Andre has to be there, whether it's starting or from the bench. He's just that guy. He needs to be there.
He's clutch. I think clutch is the word. If you had to think of any word for Andre Pollard, it's clutch. He could sit in an automatic and make it a manual. That's how much clutch he is. So I'm happy.
That's why they call him the Iceman.
He's the Iceman, ice in his veins. I mean, he single-handedly, obviously it was a team effort, but single-handedly got us through to that final of the 2023 Rugby World Cup.
Yeah.
Any other exciting players?
Luit, want to see if he can back up the performance from last week. Like, everyone that performed brilliantly last week, there's always going to be that little caveat of it was just the Barbarians, right? So even though they were sensational, we want to see them do it against a team that's more structured, a bit more experience, more cohesiveness in their team. So I want to see a backed up performance by Luit. And then obviously we spoke about it in the previous episode that came out on Friday. Jasper Wiese. This is not the same case as a Damian Willemse that comes back from a suspension after the long injury. This guy hasn't played rugby. So I want a massive, massive performance from Jasper. Those are the two guys that I'll probably be keeping my eye on the most. And then obviously very excited for Vincent Tuchuka, who's becoming an official Springbok because this is his first cap in the Bok jersey. Do you have any guys that stand out?
Well, Gaza is back, as you guys know.
It's the best player in the world.
Casual's favorite player.
Yeah.
Going to be interesting to see what he can bring to this team. We know Fassi's been on fire recently for the Sharks and for the Boks. Damien, he's a lot bigger. He's on that Bundiaki diet.
Yeah.
And it's going to be interesting to see if he still has the...
He's looking up to Damien de Allende.
Yeah, maybe they're in the same WhatsApp group or they shop at the same checkers. I don't
Yeah,
know.
of course.
But it's going to be interesting to see if he's still got that flary side to him. It's natural with guys like Damien. So I'd like to see him go into this game confident. We've said he's a confidence player with the backline that he has at his disposal. It helps him calm him down. With Andre at 10 as well, I think everyone feels more relaxed when Andre's at 10. So I want to see a good game from him, good aerial battles, solid defense there at the back, and then his kicking game as well. I think that's vital because I think that is where he might have the upper hand on Fassi, even though Fassi has quite a big boot.
That and probably defensively, in my opinion.
And defensively, yeah. So
even though Fassi's been extraordinary for us, like that's the thing, right? We've got Willie, Fassi, and Damien. All three offer you different styles of play, totally different players. But the thing is, like, there's not initially, and someone else commented it as well. It's like it's not a number 1, 2, and 3. You look at the situation, the game that we want to play. What's the approach that we're going to take? And then that guy gets selected that fits that mold of gameplay that we want to go for. And that's the good problem that we have in the squad. But I want to switch the topic just quickly because we've mentioned flair and stuff a couple of times. And where does South Africa have the most flair? Sevens,
yes.
Let's create a quick sevens team, right? Just 7 guys. Don't worry about a bench or anything. So 3 forwards, 4 backs. If we had to create a sevens team without guys that has played sevens before, so no Chetan Colby, no Kwagga Smith, not allowed.
No Orange,
No Orange, no. So from the squad that we have, even if they're injured, you can still select them, right? Not long-term injuries. Okay. And you have to you have to select them now. Who's your 3 forwards that you're going with?
Okay, off the bat, in terms of work rate, I'm going Peter Steph du Toit. He's going to be one of my forwards. In terms of hooker, I think me and you will both agree we'll probably go for a sizey backline player that's mobile but can also bring physicality. So, I mean, you've got a couple options, but Damien Dialindi springs to mind.
Yeah, either him or Andre Schreiser.
Yeah, fair. So either one, which one do you think we should go for? And
it's Damien. It has to be Damien.
Play along with in the comments. Add your team. Let us know what you think of our team at the end. Remember, just 7. Don't use any existing, or not existing, past 7s players. Those are the rules.
The third forward, that'll be an interesting one because we can either go with Andre Eschreisen then, right? If we're going with Dialinde, or in my opinion, another guy just like Pieter Steef, Franco Mostert. He's like the Kwagga Smith role. Gets all over. He's all over the park. He's quick. He can be everywhere. Well, he is everywhere. I might just go with a sneaky Franco Mostert in there. My little workhorse.
Yeah. No, I like that. Okay, so we'll stick with that. So we've got Peter Steph du Toit. Are we going with Dialindi?
Yeah, let's go Dialinde.
Let's go Dialindi, and then we're going to go with Sous, Franco Mostert.
Yeah.
Now for the backs. Who are we having at sweeper? There's only one name for me.
Who is it?
Grant Williams.
Yeah. Well, don't underrate Kobus Reinach. But Grant, yes. Because the thing is, we're going to choose another flying winger on the other side that can probably cover a bit of scrum off there as well. So Grant can cover the finishing position on the one side and wing on the other if you really want to play like that. So yeah, it has to be Grant. He's got a lethal step.
For sure. Then first receiver.
Damien Willemse. He's my creativity in that back line. Runs the show.
Yeah, I don't think any South African would leave out Damien Willemse in a 7 setup. I mean, it would.
You could go Sasha as well, but they're too similar. I can't pick both of them, and I'd prefer Damien Willemse.
We saw Antoine Dupont join the Olympics to get his Olympic gold. Do we see a South African 15s player transitioning to 7s for the next Olympics? And who do you think it will be?
No, I don't see it because we don't need it in the 7s. I think our 7s, we've got the amount of flair, we've got our creativity, we've got like specialist 7s players. There's not like you could feel in the French team there's a gap. Dupont could go in there, but I'm not. Well, unless we put in like a Rouanel, Kwagga Smith or someone like that back, or Colby, but. If it was to be someone, it would probably be someone that goes back, like a Colby or Kwagga. But if it had to be someone new, Who's the exciting guy that?
Surely Damien fits that mold. I mean, he's the poster boy.
Yeah, probably.
Sponsored Adidas, sponsored by Red Bull, 2 World Cups, youngest player to ever win 2 World Cups. He's got that sevens instinct.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him there.
Yeah. It would most likely be him or Sasha. That's the thing, like, because Sasha and Damien are so similar, I'm not going to have 2 of the same guys in there. I'd have my center as maybe a Jesse Kriel. And then, I don't know, maybe Edwin van der Merwe as my finisher on the other wing.
I like that.
Because Jesse Kriel gets around.
He's one of the best.
He would be your Ruanel.
Best 13s in terms of defense. Like,
Yeah.
I can't think of many players that can defend that 13 channel, which is one of the hardest channels to defend as a rugby player. So Jesse Kriel, so second receiver, and then on the wing Edwin van der Merwe for pure gas.
Exactly.
Like
you need
that.
a finisher. Every team needs a finisher, like we had with a Sinatla. If you wanted to go my pimps, whatever, but Edwin's a bit younger, he'll be able to do it. He screams a bit of sevens. That's why.
Yeah. Okay, so that's our team. Let us know what you guys think in the comments. Put down your team as well.
We'll probably be missing someone that's like in front of our eyes,
we
but that's
probably
just off the top of our heads.
But that gives them a bit of, or the viewers a bit of opportunity to add them to their team. So
Yeah.
that'll be quite interesting. Another segment I want to do, I'm going to do it with Devan, and I want you guys to play along. It's basically a form of elimination. So I've chosen a couple names, and it's called Avoid the Answer. So basically, I'm going to ask a question to you, and you must try not say the answer that I came up with. It starts from very like multiple possibilities or possible answers to little.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, fair
As
enough.
soon as you say the same name as me or place or word,
We're out.
you're
Lose.
out. Okay. So play along in the comments, or not in the comments, just at home, and let us know in the comments if you made it to the end. Okay, first question. Name any South African rugby player that was in the 2007 Rugby World Cup. Any player.
John Smith.
Okay. That's fine. I went with Percy Montgomery.
I was-
That was such a bait because he's like he was the captain and everything. I was like,
oh, what is this guy gonna pick? I have to. I want to stay in the game for a bit.
okay, I went with Percy. I'm going to leave a little bit of time so that they can think. Number 2, name any current international hooker.
Pete Mavaka.
I went with Cody Taylor.
Okay. Goodness.
Okay, it's going to start getting harder.
I was like, just stay away from the South Africans there.
Yeah. Name a game the Boks played in the 2023 Rugby World Cup. So the team they played, I think they played about 7 games.
Yeah. Let's go Tonga.
I went with Romania.
Wow, I was so close to saying Romania. Okay. So I'm
Okay.
trying to stay away from like the basic ones.
The basic ones, but you also got to think like, what am I thinking? Am I going basic?
Yeah.
Or am I not?
Are you trying to catch me with?
I'm trying to catch you.
Okay.
I'm going to catch you. Name a type of kick in rugby. You get many types of kicks.
Drop kick.
I went with grubber. Okay, it's going to get harder. Name a team in the Six Nations.
Ireland.
I went with England.
Wow.
Okay, let's make it a bit harder. Name a team in the Rugby Championship.
Bokke.
I got you. I got you. Okay, and then for those of you that
I thought you might say this. That one's too easy. He's not gonna go with Bokke.
yeah, that
Okay,
was my
fine,
little,
fair
my
enough.
little plan. I knew you were going to go with ball.
How many did you have left? How many
I got
rounds?
one more left. So
Okay.
you can continue.
Okay, what's the last
The
one?
last one's half time or full time.
Oh, full time.
I mean full time.
Yeah, because you need that top afterwards. You're looking forward to that top afterwards. I was
Yeah.
always gonna go full time. Let
Let us know how you guys did. There were 7 questions. Let us know if you got to the final round or made it alive. Divan got out, so that's a down for you later.
Yeah, we'll take it with a smile though.
With a smile. With a
Yeah,
smile.
of course, it's a doppie.
But anyways, I think that
kind of wraps it up. Everyone, please do remember to hit that like and subscribe button. We do appreciate you guys for always joining us. This was our first in-person one. Obviously, we'll try and better it as we go along. But please do remember to hit that like and subscribe button. If you like the hoodies that we're bringing out, Saphis Unscripted, I've got a grey one as well. We haven't released it to the public, but just let us know if you guys like it, and we might get some merch for you guys as well. But anyway, until we see you guys next time. Cheers.
Cheers.